Hey everybody, Nancy here. All right, today I'm going to do a part 2 for Twill Plaids because I came up with an even easier way of doing it using colorlovers.com. I had a suddenly today. I remembered that one of the things that I used to use Color Lovers all the time. It's a cool site. You can create your own patterns and create color palettes and something else. Oh, create actual colors. You can make up colors, and which I'm not real sure how you do that. I can't remember, but anyway, I remembered that the colors are not proportionate sometimes. All colors are not equal. So I decided to give it a go, and let me show you what I'm talking about, because if you've never been, you don't know what I'm talking about. One of the tips I'm going to do is I'm going to use ZoomNotes web tool. If you've not used it, it's very, very cool. It's on the image tools down toward the bottom and over to kind of the middle. Click on web and see, it comes to the last place you went. So if you only come to the color palette, it's already done. See what I'm talking about? Look at the green one. How there's a whole lot of dark green, and then it fades over to the right, and the different proportions. Now some of them are still even, but there are a lot that aren't. And when you decide on one that you like, all you have to do, if you look towards the bottom, you've got visible area, whole page, or grab. And grab works kind of sort of like the grab when you're inside ZoomNotes. The only difference is, let me see which one I'm going to do. I'm just going to draw like that. That's all I have to do, and then do done, and it's going to grab the height of what my jiggle was. So that's okay. That's cool. All I have to do is go to the gear, go down to the bottom, and make that 4x4. That's my new, I'm going to do everything 4x4 when I'm doing something like this. 4, return. All right, now all I have to do is drag a copy of it and make that 90 degrees. So I go over to the left and I change the rotation to 90 degrees, and that'll make it horizontal lines instead of vertical. Hit return. All right, now I take that over to the side just to get it away from everything else, kind of give it a clean slate over on the right. I always use black as my surround color. One, I like it, and two, it's I just like it, I guess. Now I'm going to move it over a little bit more. Now, another thing we did in the last video was I created a table that was 75 columns by 1 row, and I saved it as my favorite, so I could do it here and just draw it. But see, it comes in vertical, and I have to do the whole rotate thing. So instead of doing that, I created it as once I twisted it and made it 45-degree angle, I changed it. I saved it as a symbol. So now I can tap it on the right and just drag it, and it's already at the 45-degree angle. And I'm just going to make sure I get all corners of the palette, and that's all I have to do. Now, understand that it's possible that your color palette is going to be the color of the lines that you saved, and you do not want that. If you need to change the color of the green, like I saved it a bizarre green, but I use green a lot, so if I need to, I just click on the color swatch over on the left, and then I find a color palette. See, like pink would work with this one, so I'll change that to pink, and all I had to do was click on it, and now my table is pink. All right, at this stage, I'm just going to do a grab. And I'm going to catch all. I want the whole, make sure you get all the corners of the diagonal rectangle. All right, and do copy. Now I just do a paste, paste, paste. I'm not real sure where it pasted it. I don't think it did. Let me go here instead. Paste. All right, there it is. Now I'm going to take that into transparency and zoom in on the corner so that I can click on it. Make sure it's got fill and add, and just do tap. And see, all of my pink lines have disappeared. They've become blue now. So they'll be invisible when I get over. In the last video, I erased out all of the outside edges. That's not necessary. Just do save as is. And now I can just drag this. It almost makes it easier to place over the plaid that you want. I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so it's selected. No. And I can move it around and get it placed. It makes it easier to place on top. And it's not crazy critical that you get it exact. Now, on the plaid that I made using the tables, where I just took down the opacity, the first video I did, not the Twill, but the first video, it did make a difference as to the size of everything, because you didn't want double up on certain areas. But this is not that important, so you just do grab, and I'm going to take it down to, it's not resizing, it's moving. Okay. You're just going to grab some portion of it, because nothing is repeated already on this design. It's all just one repeat. So I've got that now. I just have to tap on it and get copy. And I'm going to go to another page. So I have a clean page. And then go to the bucket and do from pasteboard. When I did the grab, it put it on the pasteboard. And I'm going to knock up the opacity and just tap on my screen, and it should fill up with that pattern. Now, I tap. There it is. Okay. And there's your plaid. I like that plaid. Okay. And that's all there is to it. Done and done. Now, one more tip, just in case you weren't aware of it. If you're new, you're not. If you go back out to the main documents level and click on the gear, then go to interface. Now, this really isn't necessary because Ed has made this so simple to create palettes, but it's still available, and if you want to use it, you're absolutely able to use it. Though just doing the web like I just did was pretty easy. I probably would do it that way. But okay, let me go back. I've talked too much. Go to interface and then go down to color palettes at the bottom, toward the bottom. And you see next to reset down at the bottom, there's a box with an arrow pointing down. If you click on that, that takes you to a list of colorlovers.com color palettes. Now, none of them are the proportioned like I showed you on the other one. They're all equal. So if you need to see more, you can scroll all day long at the different palettes that they have. Just keep loading more palettes. And when you find 1 or 2 or 10 or whatever you like, you can just select it and do import. And now that particular palette has been loaded down at the bottom. And see, it comes with the name, so it's already named. But and she is French, yes. Some person created this palette and gave it that name. Okay, see, you could do that on colorlovers.com. But that's it. I just wanted to show you that. It now is part of your palettes that's available on your list. All right, that's it. Y'all have a great day. Bye.